One more thing that Neil wanted to talk about, which is being talked about so widely, is AI, right? And how that will impact every industry. So I just wanted to touch a bit upon how it will impact us, wealth managers in investing, as well as how will it impact journalism. So firstly, on investing and wealth management, how do you think AI will take shape?
Yeah, so I actually tried it out. I asked Bard which stock should I invest in, and this is in the initial days that Google Bard was launched.
Correct.
So it gave me recommendations. I asked it what is the target price for RIL. It gave me a recommendation. Then I did a story on this. AI is
With a rationale or without a rationale? Just a recommendation.
no
Number.
with four bullet points. That was the
Understood.
rationale. As long as AI is properly molded and these guardrails are put into place, then it has a lot of productive uses. It can make all of the whole industry very productive. Like, imagine having to digest an annual report of 50 pages
In seconds.
Yeah.
I think with any kind of technology, right, this is very essential what he said in terms of molding it properly, using it the correct manner, and whatever if you slightly even misuse it, can be disastrous, right? So for us also, let's say wealth managers, huge presentations and most of the data crunching or whatever you have to do, the reviews which we spend weeks on, could be done within probably second or a day.
Correct.
Right? So that's a massive advantage. In fact, for investors as well, right? If it will be very difficult to missell a product because it's very easy to get those expense ratios. It's very easy right now. The problem why investors don't put so much efforts to understand when someone is misselling is because you have to separately write everything on Google. You have to understand the key terms and everything. Now with a AI kind of a thing helping you out, right? It just increases your reach into as an investor and kind of understand who you're working with, whether they're actually doing the right thing or not.
Yeah. So let me address the journalism part of that question. Everybody thinks it's a no-brainer that why can't you just put AI to write articles, or why can't you just and in some ways media is already using AI. So for example, photos, right? Photo captions that go with articles. AI can just, because what is photo captioning, right? You put a search and let's say the article is about Prime Minister Modi. You put a search and it'll fetch you something from database. You add that to the article. It can have some hilarious results. So when the news on PR Sundar came out, one of the big newspapers put Sundar Pichai's photo there.
Yeah, I know this, correct.
And that, so stuff like that will keep happening.
Correct, yeah. So a lot of bugs to sort of still iron out, right? There's still a long way to go. But I think in terms of like data crunching and all that, we don't have a chance. Like there's no human which can sort of outcompete
Not
an
possible.
AI. It's definitely not
And
possible.
I would welcome it, to be honest.
Correct.
We need that support.
Yeah. Where I think it makes it the arguing point over here is the behavioral aspect of it, because at least my opinion is that what wealth managers are doing, 80% of a job is really just sort of calming the investors down when necessary, or getting them to do the right thing. The behavioral part is very important. What I don't know is when AI will get to a point where it starts controlling the behavior of investments and what it starts commanding. I think it's a matter of trust. If en masse an entire population starts trusting a particular tool, or starts trusting AI to say that this can make better decisions for me, then that at that point in time, maybe wealth managers or lawyers or a lot of other professions may start getting sort of
Disintermediated.
correct. They may start becoming a little bit irrelevant here. So this I think that's definitely going to happen down the line.
I agree. I think that is the risk, that when people or investors or users start seeing AI as humans. We've all seen the movies, right?
iRobot.
We've seen people falling in love with their
Correct.
digital assistant, stuff like that. So if it gets to that level where it feels like you're talking to a human, so that an actual human doesn't have to call you and tell you to send the documents or open an account or whatever, and they get comfortable enough with that, then I think then a lot of jobs are at risk.
Yeah, because right now the way I see it, if my job is to tell an investor to stick to his or her her SIP, not EMI, hopefully, SIP for the next 10 years, 15 years, then when the market drops, what I do is I try to pacify them, saying that, okay, this happens, this is a normal part of the market, and all you have to do is keep going, trust me, look, my own money is over there. When AI starts doing that stuff, which is really missing right now, then I think it becomes, I don't see why I might be necessary in that case.
Yeah, and I think the few humans who do remain will get a lot bigger premium. Like
Correct.
you can get a bread, like industrial bread, or you can get an artisan bread. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
And obviously, artisan bread
commands a
priced,
premium.
Yeah.
No, but when I talk about journalism, right, to you, AI, I mean, most of journalism, right, some part of it is fact checking. I think AI could be a great tool for journalists as well to do that, because especially in a country like us, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah, imagine what will happen to influencers.
I read an article that BuzzFeed has laid off a lot of their their writers.
Stuff, yeah.
I mean, their content is, very clickbaity and very sort of in a particular format anyway. So I guess for them it works. But how do you see journalism? How has it evolved in the past, and how do you think it will keep evolving going forward?
So journalism in the past several years has gone through a kind of crisis.
Yeah.
Because so much of that money now goes to the tech giants, right? Goes to Google. When you read news in Google, it's not the end newspaper that's getting much money. Most of it is going to Google. And with people on social media playing the role of journalists, there's a huge impact on the industry, and it's bad for everyone, because then the truth gets lost. Whatever is just purveyed on social media becomes reality. So what I hope is that the profession, the industry can find a way of getting around this and staying relevant. I don't know how, but I hope it does.